Hey guys, what's up? So today we're going to be doing the Vardorvis Combat Achievement Axe Enthusiast. And while this is a Grandmaster Combat Achievement, it's actually pretty easy to cheese, especially if we have Justy, which is what we're going to be using in this strategy. But yeah, this is going to be part of the Earn Your Master Defender Hilt series where we do all the combat achievements necessary to get our Master Defender Hilt. And like I said, even though this is Grandmaster Achievement, it's going to be pretty easy to cheese and it's a pretty free 6 points. So our strategy going with this is we're going to be bringing Justy and basically our best tank gear. So I'm bringing a Crystal Shield. Definitely bring an Ellie if you have that. But that's really all you're going to need for this combat achievement. You don't really need the scythe. That's just to get him down, so the original kill gets quicker. Because the entire combat achievement is going to take place during the enrage phase. And the goal of this combat achievement is once he hits enrage phase at 33% health, we need to stay inside of this little 5x5 grid. We can't leave this 5x5 grid. And what we're going to do is we're just going to camp on this corner tile right here. We're just going to camp on that corner tile and survive for 3 minutes. So yeah, I will be drinking a divine combat potion when I reach the enrage phase. And that's going to be what I use to kind of keep track of time so I know when 3 full minutes has passed. So yeah, instead of just talking about it, let's send it. Let's get the Axe Enthusiast combat achievement. So here we go. Alright, so we begin the kill like normal, and basically we're just trying to get Vardorvis down to his enrage phase as fast as possible. And you can see right there, I actually have auto retaliate on. And it's going to be extremely useful for this combat achievement once we get into the enrage phase. All right, and I'll kind of talk about that once we get there. But I guess really a long story short, we can kind of talk about it now, is that he will be healing himself during his enrage phase, right? The chip damage that he does, he actually heals himself. And if we're not attacking him during the enrage phase, he'll actually get back up to like 50+%. And we don't want to deal with that. We want to be able to just nuke him down as soon as the full 3 minutes is up because we will be running somewhat low on supplies. So that's why we have auto retaliate on. It's so that we can do minor chip damage to him while we're just basically chugging bruise. It's basically just going to be bruise simulator. But you can see right now he's at about 50% health, and we want to be conscious of his health because we want to be stepping into that little 5x5 square right there just before he goes into enrage phase. So you can see he's getting just below 40% health right now, and we're going to be looking to get into that box right now. So we step into that box, and now we're looking to send him below 33 and begin that enrage phase. And it looks like one more hit, and he just dropped below 33%. So at this point, we're going to drink that super combat potion, and that is going to give us a timer down there. So you can see down in the bottom right corner over by my inventory that I have a 5 minute super combat potion timer. And when that drops below 2 minutes, when it drops below 2 minutes, that is the green light to finally finish him off and take him down. So we put on our shield and our Void Waker, and we will be trying to do as much chip damage to him as possible. And I'm kind of trying to avoid axes right there, but it's definitely unnecessary. And I think for now on, for the remainder of the kill, we're just going to be camping on this one tile, because honestly, moving isn't worth it. And we'll just sit on this one tile. We can change our prayer if we want. It's more important to, well, I mean, really, we just want to keep our HP as high as absolutely possible, which is why I called it Bruise Simulator, because we're basically just sitting here chugging, and it's been about a minute. You can see our timer down there, our little super combat timer. It just passed 4 minutes, and we're waiting for it to pass down below that 2 minute mark and solidify our kill. So we want to keep getting some damage off him if possible, and keep him around that 30% or less. We don't want to accidentally kill him early, but you can see right now we're so busy chugging Bruise that we're not really at a risk of killing him early anyway. The shield helps us a little bit with the basic attack damage from him, but we got to make sure that we do keep our prayer on, We might miss a prayer orb, and we want to get that prayer back on. We don't want to get hit by an axe or potentially a double axe with our prayer turned off. But if we see an opportunity to flick our prayer like we did right now, we can always flick our prayer, and that way we will save a little bit of our health if we do get that prayer flick off, because then he's not going to take it off, do a non-prayered full hit on us, or maybe we get hit by an axe off prayer. But yeah, you can see we're now below 3 minutes, so we got one last minute to go, and we still have plenty of supplies. So this is definitely easily cheesable with that full Justy. Really the hard part is just make sure you do your transition smoothly. You want to do your transition into the enrage phase fairly smoothly. You want high health. You want to be able to get your timer up as fast as possible, which means that you're going to have to drink that super or that divine pot, right? And that's going to do 10 damage to us. So we want high HP as we enter the enrage phase, and we want to get our timer set up pretty much as quickly as possible once we enter that enrage phase. But we can see right now we have about 15 seconds left. We have to endure for another 15 seconds. So we're going to want to get our HP high, and then we will finish up with one full dose of Super Combat Potion, and we'll double Void Waker him down. So you can see right now we're going to get that restore up. We want our HP and our stats to be fully maxed out so we can get some really nice Void Waker hits on him and hopefully just take him down. So we're definitely good to kill. So right now we're basically just prepping, and there's Void Waker 1 and Void Waker 2, and we can put our main weapon back on and just finish him up. He's only 2% health, less than 1% health, and Vardorvis is down, and that is the Axe Enthusiast combat achievement. And you can see right there we still had plenty of brews left. I think we had like 4, maybe 5 brews left. Still had a dose or two of our super restore potion, and the combat potion is never really the factor in this kill. So we still had about 4 or 5 brews left, and we're good to go, and that's the Axe Enthusiast. So good luck, guys. Have fun, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.